Hello, beautiful people. My name is Jine, and it's Jine's signature. So today I'll be making this beautiful gown. The past 2 days I uploaded the lower part, that is the mermaid, and so today I'm feeling fulfilling that of making or showing this upper part. So if this is what you're interested in, please kindly watch till the end. And as you're watching, don't forget to click on the like button. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button, and please don't forget to share. So this came out very beautiful. So I was able to wear it on this my mannequin, this my dress form. So I was happy that it could enter, because honestly it couldn't enter the other mannequin. So at least this one came out somehow. But my client had already come out for fittings, so it came out very perfect on her before I placed all my appliques on it. So this is the tutorial. So now I'll be cutting the half length. I've already cut out the skirt part like I told you. So I've gone ahead to roll out my basic measurements from my shoulder to my bust point to the under bust, the waistline, and of course the chest line respectively. So do well to mark yours as well. So for your chest line, just come up by 2 inches from your bust point, and then you'll be getting your chest line. So for this front part of the gown, I just want to make it in form of a princess bustier, princess dart bustier. But if you don't want yours to be a princess dart, you can just give it the normal dart, and then you're good to go. I just felt like I wanted that place that will be having the sequence to be to have a little bit of to carry to hold the bust firmly. So that was why I did it like that. So I'm basically just going to be drafting how to cut a princess that bustier. I already have a detailed tutorial on that on the channel. So if you feel like this one was not explanatory enough, you can just go over and check out how to cut a princess that bustier on the channel. Okay, thank you. So basically what I did was just for this neckline, it's going to be a boat neckline. So I'll just be using 5 inches for the width. So the first thing I did was to mark my shoulder measurement and then come down for my armhole. We all know that. And then I marked the neck width, which was 5 inches, and then I came down by 3.5 inches for the neck depth. That is for this front. So that is what I'll just be connecting right about now. And then I'll be slanting the shoulder with half an inch. And so the next thing I'll be doing now is to just divide the nipple to nipple measurement into two. And then on the bust point, I'll be marking that and then I'll remove half inch from the one I'll be marking on my underbust and then the waist length. So for example, if your nipple to nipple is 8 inches, that gives you 4. So you mark 4 on your bust point, and then you mark 3.5 inches respectively on the underbust and of course the waistline. So I'll be connecting that because it's not going to be straight, because remember we removed half an inch from the ones below. So that is why it came out looking like that. So in order to get our side darts, I'll be coming in by 1.5 inches on the bust and then the waistline respectively. So let me connect that. And then on my bust point, I'm just going to be coming down by half an inch so that I'll be able to give my shoulder curve a very nice shape. We don't want it too shapy or we don't want it too pointed. So just use your curved ruler to achieve that, like so. And so the next thing I'm going to be doing is to just get the middle point of the armhole, and whatever I have there, I'll just mark it, just indicate the midpoint, and then you'll be connecting that to meet the dot line in the middle. like so. So this is what we have. So just blend it in because you don't want any sharp edges around there. And then I came down by 1.5 inches from that line that I drew, and then I'm connecting it back to meet the half inch that I came up with, like so. So we have our side cup ready. So in order to avoid shortage of the sewing when sewing or joining this together, I'm extending that by 1.5 inches because if not, it's going to be short by the time I'm sewing it. So that was the use of the extension that I did there. So all those places marked are going to be cut off. So we're basically through, but I'll just be getting my bust measurements, waist measurements, and then I'll connect everything accordingly. And then you add back the dart measurements, and then you add up your sewing allowances as well. So whatever that will be on the chest line will automatically be on the bust line. And so I'll just go ahead to the on the bust. So if you measured your clients on the bust, you can make use of that as well. But in the absence of that, you can just make use of your waist measurement divided by 4. And then you add back the sewing allowances and then the dart allowances as well. So I'll be connecting that and then we're good to go. So I'll just go ahead and cut this out. Just remember to cover that extended armhole like so. And then I'll cut it out. So like I said, if you have watched up to this, so if you have not yet subscribed, please kindly hit on the subscribe button, kindly like, kindly share, and kindly give this video a thumbs up, and kindly share to your loved ones as well. Yeah, so I'm just cutting this out right now. So I cut this out on fold. I didn't use a single paper, so because I'll be trying to do some things so that you would understand. I was just trying to take my time there. Because sometimes cutting these papers can be so, especially when you've folded the paper for a long while and then it keeps just coming in your way and all that. So I'm cutting out the neckline now and we are through. So I'll just notch the on the bust area so that I would know that when I'm sewing it, and then everything will be properly aligned and all. So this is our front piece, as you can see. So I'm just going to head over to cutting off the back piece before coming back to show you the next step to go for. So let me fold another paper and then I'll be showing you how to cut the back piece before our next line of action. So this is what I have for the back piece. So for the back piece, I'm not going to be adding a zipper allowance because we're going to be tying this at the back. So I've gone ahead to do my chest line, my armhole. I've slanted the shoulders, and then I'll just do for the neck depth. I'll be coming down by 2 inches, but I later went up by 1.5. I later adjusted that, but for now this was what I marked, and I was connecting it like so. So I'm just going to be getting my bust measurement divided by 4, whatever that is. I'm going to be adding it there, and then I'll add the sewing allowances. And then on the waist, I'll just go ahead. Okay, let me carve out my armhole first. And then for the waist, I'll just go ahead and mark my waist measurement divided by 4. I added 1 inch for that, and then a 2 inches sewing allowance. I'm so used to using 2 inches as my sewing allowance. I don't know why. I think and I believe I'm more comfortable when I have 2 inches as my sewing allowance. In most cases, that is what I use. And so I'm connecting from my bust to my waist like so. So this is what we have for the back piece for now. So now I'll just be imputing my dart. So for my dart, I'll divide the bust span measurement or the nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2, and then I'm going to be creating my dart. But in some instances, if you don't want to add your dart, I don't think it's really that important, because I'm not going to be sewing the dart like sewing. I just want to put it here just for some people, because they might ask, you didn't put that. So I'm just going to be showing you how I'm going to be doing that. So as you can see the neckline, I'm already adjusting that. I just felt like it came too low, so I'm just trying to adjust it like so. And then for the keyhole at the back, or the yoke at the back, I just came down from the neckline. So I took it from that initial depth I made for the back and then carved it out like so, like you see me do. So now I'm taking my dart measurement, bust span measurement divided by 2. That is what I'm doing. And then I came down by 1 inch from the chest line. This is like the normal way we take in the darts. And then I'm taking the half inch on both sides, as you can see. And so you can see the way I did the yoke for the back is very easy. Just come down by the inches you want, and then you carve it out to come on the chest line like so. That is how you get your yoke. It's very easy. So now for the dart, this is what I have, but I'll just cut this out and then close it up again, because I don't want the dart to be seen, to be visible. So it's going to be like in form of an invisible dart. I believe you understand me. So I'm just going to be using a sellotape to close it up like so. So you see that the dart it's not going to be seen. So this side is going to be looking. So let me get my tape and then I'll tape it down. So just cut one side and then place on top like so, and then use a tape to hold it down. Like so. And so you have already created your dart. That's your invisible dart. And so the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to just cut this out, because I'll be cutting that upper part out because it's going to be the yoke. I'll be using a skin net for that part. Like you saw on the thumbnail, that was what I used. So I'll just be cutting that out first before coming back to make adjustments at the lower part. So that's our yoke. So I'm going to be slitting that into two. So this eye is going to be looking at the back. And so for this lower part, so let me just cut the sides out so that we'll know what we are dealing with. So this is what we have for the lower part. So to this lower part now, I didn't add my zipper allowance. So I'm still going to be reducing some inches from the back because of the lacing that will be at the back. So, and I want the lacing at the back to slightly be in form of a V shape. So at the upper part of this place, I'll be coming in by 2.5 inches. And then at the lower part, I'll come in by 1 inch or 1.5 inches. So this is going to be in a slanted form, so that by the time the lacing is being laced at the back, it's going to give it that beautiful look that you saw on the thumbnail. So that's out. So I'll be cutting this out. And so this is what we have. So all these that I have now, I'm going to go ahead to the fabric. I'll be cutting them all on the fabric, and then I'll be back to show you how it is. And then I'm going to be joining them, and I won't really show you the how I did the panel at the back. I don't know if you want me to do a tutorial on that. I think I would gladly do that. So if I see like 2-3 comments of me trying to tell me that I should do it, I'll do it. So I didn't do that because I didn't want the video to be too lengthy and all. So that's why I didn't show the sewing process of all that. But if you want me to show you a tutorial on how I achieved that, please leave it in the comment section. At least 3 people or 4, and then we're good to go. So this is the style that I'm trying to recreate. So you can see not the lower part, because the lower part is not, but the upper part. So that's the half length, I beg your pardon. So that is what I'm trying to recreate. So this is what I'm just trying to explain right there. So in order to have that slant in the front, where you have a skin net on one side and then the sequence on the other side. So in this case, my client does not want a skin net because she does not want it to be a see-through thing. So that's why I'm making use of a doll face for the other side. You can make use of any other plain fabric of your choice. So right on the okay, I'll call that the left hand side here. I will be slanting it like so. You can see from the shoulders, just I've used my tape to tape this together. And then I'll be carving this out like so, using my marker. So in this case now, I've slitted this into 2. It's divided into 2 already, as you can see. It's divided into 2, as you can see. So I'm just going to be cutting this into 2. And so this is what we have. So this is what we have. So now I'm just going to be taking it to cut out on the fabric, and then join everything, and then we're good to go. Cut out the same thing for the lining. I just made sure that on my sequence I ironed an stay. I ironed stay on it so that it will give it lesser friction of it's a stretchy fabric. So when I ironed that stay on it, it made it, at least it didn't make it too stretchy again. So you can see I've gone ahead to cut this out on the fabric and all. So I'm just trying to arrange all that, as you can see. So this is how it looks. So I'll just go ahead and sew it and then do everything. I did the same thing on the lining. For the lining, I ironed the gum stay just to give it a little bit of strength and stability. And this is the back pieces. So these are the back pieces as well. The linings and the skin nets for each side. So for the skin net, I doubled them up. You know that skin net does not really last. It can tear for Africa. So I went ahead and did all that. So you can see here I've already gone ahead to join it, and I've joined the lower part of the skirts, the front part, and this is the back. I've gone ahead to do all this as well. Opened up my loops and everything. So we're basically almost through with this, and then I'm going to be fixing my zipper. And then I'll be closing it up and then attach the sleeve. One sleeve is sequins and one sleeve is skin net. And so after doing all that, I went ahead and then accessorized it. So if you enjoyed watching this tutorial, thank you all and God bless you. See you all in my next tutorial. Bye.